Oh my God. I know it's an electric conversation. We are talking about electricity and we are not talking about gasoline type of vehicles. I'm truly sorry about that.
Ever wonder why four strokes are so efficient?
Yamaha secretly developed dual hamster drive system. Reliable, fuel efficient, low maintenance.
But if you have a traditional dirt bike, you could still learn from my mistake or the way things was handled in my case with Stark Varg. So the bike was out of commission for a month, and that time I learned a lot how important it is to buy a bike from a big manufacturer, because if you kind of get used to the way your bike is and using it quite regularly and you're ending up having a problem with it, no supply available, you cannot get the parts in time. Matter of fact, it's kind of having hard time to receiving the parts at all. I'm going to get to that in a second. That kind of hurts you the way it hurt me. I really use this bike to practice daily around my neighborhood. I just go out, ride every day, practice balancing, do my stuff. No noise, very convenient. Just after work, I hop on it and I just go out, ride. And I kind of get addicted to that. And the only way I found this out, when this bike was broken, I haven't rode any bike for over 2 weeks. I just don't feel the need, and I just don't feel, not like the need, I felt the need, but I just couldn't put myself into to do the traditional, way of riding. Because if you have a Stark Varg, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then you're probably not going to understand no matter what I say, so I'm just not going to explain that deeper. But the point is, the Stark Vargs leave its mark on you after you rode it, like it did with me. And then after 2 weeks, I picked up my 250 four-stroke, and first it was, that power, it wasn't there all the time. First it was there, and then there was no power. So I just didn't enjoy the riding much as I did with this over here, because I really like to have my power on point all the time. I do 45, 50 horsepower riding on this all day, and I just love it, the instant torque. It's my favorite thing. I love when something gives me excitement. I also cannot take the 450. I hate the 450 engine braking, and that initial hit is just too much, and then there is nothing. Anyway, the point is, started to ride my 250, and I enjoyed it after a little while. Get used to it. Then I start taking those out daily, and that's the drog part. Let's just leave it like that. You're really gonna get addicted to this bike if you rode it. But also you can get back to the normal shape if you would like. It takes a little bit, but you can go back to the traditional riding. No problem. Then you can enjoy the regular bike just as you used to before. So it's kind of not hard to forget either. What happened with this bike, if you don't know, my battery failed on me. There is something on the right side, some kind of internal component failed inside. And just like you would, I contacted Stark support. They, after 25 emails overall, what we could manage in these 25 emails is they diagnosed the problem, and they were talking to me to take it to the dealer. They sent me 2 dealers locations in Orlando, Florida, where to take it. And the one of them is too far out. The other one is kind of closer, and they suggested to take it there. I called them. They said they don't have the tools to do it. It's more like an excuse to me, because I ended up replacing the battery on my own. As the story goes on, I called the dealer. He said he has no tools to do that. I let Stark know that, and it was silent after that. So I decided to send out a quiet, punchy email to them like more like a lawyer type of email, which is I mention the lemon law. After a certain time, if they cannot find me a solution and they cannot fix it, they have to buy the bike back. I also asked them to provide immediate and concrete plan to fix the battery issue. Also asked them to begin considering appropriate compensation for the time and the lack of use of the vehicle. At that time, I was out for 3 weeks plus, and they told me they have everything set up with that dealer. They send an email out, the same thing, the same dealer where I mentioned before. They send the email out to them, good to go. Okay. Before I take the bike out there, I thought I'm going to give them a call, which is I did. I called them, and the answer was Stark can send them many emails. They don't give a damn about it. They having their problem with the Stark because they cannot get appropriate instruction on how to even build the bikes together what they have, which is still in the crate. Blah, blah, blah. So it wasn't really a fun and easy conversation with them, ending up being not helpful at all. So I sent an email out to Stark, and they said, okay, they're gonna send me a battery, which is I suggested to them to do it to begin with. But they told me at the beginning they cannot, in any circumstances, send me a battery. It has to be done by the dealer. So the quick solution, in 3-5 days, they said what I give them time to give me a solution. Otherwise, I'm going to take it a step further. They did send me the battery out. I checked the battery. It was the same year. It looks the same from outside, the same model number, same of everything. So I put it in. It wasn't really a big deal. I put a video together for you guys how to do it. That's going to be the next video. If you are a hardcore gas-powered bike fan, just skip my next video after this one. That will be more of a instruction on how to install a battery on the Stark Varg, like a one-man type of instruction. I done it. It's not as hard as you may think it is. So they gave me the battery. I swapped it out. It wasn't really a big deal. It didn't take too long. It took me like 2 hours to do it. I never done something like that before. I never even have any instruction on how to do it because I don't think there is anything out there just yet. So we did that, done it, the bike back in commission. I'm a happy camper. I already rode it 2 times since it's done. That's pretty much every day, 2 days on the road. It's just one of those things, man. This bike is just something else. I do not know how a company out of nothing can build such a great performing bike, but yeah, they did, and I'm happy.